lots of optimism in the markets ahead of that Fed meet, pricing in a 25 basis point cut. Let's take a look at the overnight action on Wall Street. As I mentioned, markets right now just wait and watch mode to see really if the Fed meets their expectations. So that's really what's keeping the indices quiet for the moment. So S&P, NASDAQ and Dow all down just a touch in the red. Overnight action, and then let's move across to Asia this morning as well and see how things are shaping up there. Good move on the Hang Seng, Shanghai and Nikkei just marginally in the green while Kospi lags behind. So that's the setup there in Asia. Now let's take a look at the Nifty for you as well. And of course, that's the Wall Street action for you again on your screen. But let's pull up the Nifty and let me also bring in Shailendra Bhatnagar, our chief analyst. Shail, good morning. Lots of optimism that you're seeing, especially, the index still looking like just a slight upward bias in pre-open, but clearly it's in the broader markets or in the kind of sentiment that you're observing when it comes to the Lal Street that there is optimism, both with regards to the Fed meet and otherwise.
Good morning, Abha, and a very warm welcome to all our viewers. Of course, there is optimism. And you and I have also done what we can. You're wearing red to enthuse the bulls. I'm wearing green to put the Nifty higher. And we have a gap up today, Abha, and I'd like to advise all viewers and all investors to tighten their seat belts. The final missing piece in the jigsaw, a call between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Trump is now in place. And this is the first and the last thing that was needed by the market for the bull run to continue. Yesterday we added 169 points overall in the last 10 sessions, 860 on the Nifty. We are now at a 4-5 week high. Last time you saw this number was on July 11th. Everything is in place. The dollar index is at a 5-6 month low. The US 10-year yield is at its 5-month low. Crude oil is below 200-day DMA, and a good monsoon, a GST rate cut, an income tax cut, and of course the GST rejig. Everything is in place, Abha. Let's get ready for a very decent bull run from now on. A trending day will follow today, Abha.
All right, so very strong commentary coming in from our editor markets. Let's also go across to Sharad Awasthi, who's joining us. He's head of research PCG. Let's get your view in, Sharad. Good morning. Are you also seeing a lot of bullish momentum when it comes to the index and, of course, the broader markets, whether it be, Trump calling Modi, whether it be countdown to the Fed meet? What do you think is driving action, and are you as bullish?
Yeah, well, I'm bullish about everything else other than Trump. I think I would look at everything that he does. I would take it with a pinch of salt. And you can't be really sure how this topsy-turvy wave is going to respond. So I don't know what it will do or what will end up because now we are talking that these are first round rhetoric talks. What finally emanates as a deal or not, we do not know. And but the narratives have been different from Trump, different from his people. So I think I would not bet much, but yeah, I think what Shell has very intelligently covered most of the points that there is a consumption boost we are looking at, there is a tax cut boost we are looking at. Part of the rally is already playing out. So I think, yeah, over the next 6 months, I think maybe at worst, this quarter numbers do not look as rosy as we were expecting it earlier because of this GST cut announcement and a delay. But next quarter, I think the whole thing is going to bunch up. So I am very positive that over the next, 3 to 6 months, we should see a very good rally in the markets.
All right, so still looking at a 3 to 6 month scenario there very wisely in terms of, the kind of sustained traction that Sharad anticipates. Let's pull up some individual stocks as well. Shell, Bajaj Finance, I mean, somebody would say it's always been a top performer. Why now? What are you noticing on the stock?
Well, Abha, if there is one stock in India that needs no, how should I say, help from anybody, there are 4 major tailwinds that have coming into Bajaj Finance. Remember, for the month of September, Bajaj Finance is already at a record high, up about 15-16%. It's the top performing stock on the Nifty for the last fortnight. And even on an year-to-date basis, 47% higher. Again, Nifty's top performer. Now, Jefferies has put in a price target of 1100 rupees on Bajaj Finance for 4 tailwinds. The GST rate cut, the income tax cut, a good monsoon, and this consumer boom that we are seeing in front of us. So Jefferies hopes that Bajaj Finance will have a 20% uptick in its earnings for the next couple of years, followed by a 20% return on equity. More importantly, Abha, this is the best NBFC franchise that we know. If you're looking to buy a car, if you're looking to buy a two-wheeler, if you're looking to buy a fridge, AC, Bajaj Finance is everywhere. You and I get 5 calls a day from Bajaj Finance. Such is their reach. The AUM guidance for Bajaj Finance is 23 to 24% this year versus bank credit growth of 10%. So if there's one stock that you want to buy in India, it should be Bajaj Finance according to Jefferies. Of course, please consult an independent financial advisor as well. Abha.
All right, Shell, thanks for taking us through that. Let's pull up some other stocks and news as well. We're just counting down to market opening right now. Axo Nobel CCI has approved JSW Paints buying up to 75% stake there in Axo Nobel. In fact, talking about some of the Jindal counters, Jindal Steel is the other big newsmaker today, offering to buy ThyssenKrupp Steel Europe. That's quite a large buy coming in, for Jindal Steel. I want to get your view on this actually just quickly, Sharad, before we go to the opening bell, because it's through a private subsidiary. Regardless, do you see any kind of sentimental impact coming in on JSPL this morning?
Yeah, there could be some impact. I think this is a big acquisition we are talking about. I think most of the steel companies do not have a gearing problem as on date. Also, I think most of the debt is more or less negligible on most balance sheets, including companies like SAIL. So I think, yeah, JSPL should benefit out of this forward. We are trading at 15 times, and most probably over the next 2 years, growth was anyways expected to be very strong. So I think it's a strong balance sheet even post acquisition. Not much, debt overhang should be there. So in case everything goes through and it's not very exorbitant in terms of prices, I think, yeah, JSPL could see some upside from current levels.
Okay.